Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Alisha and today we are starting some Valentine's baking. So it is Valentine's Day in a few weeks. So this week I am going to do some heart cake pops. So a cake pop is basically just sponge and buttercream mixed together, and I'm going to pop that in the moulds, cover it in chocolate with some nice decorations on top as well. So the first thing you need to do is make some cupcakes. I'm doing 12 because I want to eat the rest of them, but really you only need about 3 to 5 cupcakes, but I mean, why not just do 12? So I have preheated my oven to 160 degrees, that's fan assisted, and I have got a 12-hole cupcake tin here with some cupcake cases in, and then in this bowl I'm going to whack all of my ingredients together other than the milk and the vanilla. So we've got caster sugar, butter, two eggs, no shell, yes. And then I forgot to mention this, but I'm actually doing gluten-free cupcakes. So I've got some gluten-free self-raising flour, some xantham gum, and some bicarbonate soda in here. It's very easy to swap the ingredients around if you don't want to do gluten-free, but you really can't tell a difference. And then we're going to mix that together for about a minute. The mixture is nice and pale and fluffy, so now it's time to add in the milk and vanilla. Mix that for another 30 seconds. And voila, finished. Simple as that. Just take the paddle off. And then I'm just going to make sure I've got all the mixture off the paddle and off the sides of the bowl. Then I'm going to distribute the mixture between the 12 cupcake pieces. There we go, and then we're going to pop them in the oven for about 22 to 25 minutes, and you can check they're done by sticking a skewer in it and it should come out clean. So as the cakes are in the oven, I'm going to get on and make the buttercream. I've got 75 grams of butter here and I'm going to mix it. I usually do this in the stand mixer, but there's so little butter that it will just be easier to do it with a hand mixer. So I'm going to whip this up until it's really pale and silky. There we go, so as you can see, it is a lot paler in colour and it is nice and silky smooth. So now it is time to add the icing sugar. I do double the quantity of my butter, but I add it in 2 stages. So I'm going to weigh 75 grams out first. Start mixing it with my spatula just so it doesn't go all over the kitchen. Then once it's a little bit mixed together, we're going to go in with the electric mixer again just until it starts looking pale and fluffy. And then we're going to weigh the other half out. Oh. Scales weren't ready, now I've got ice and sugar everywhere. Why haven't I sifted it? What an idiot. I've literally got a sieve here, I've never not sifted ice and sugar. Oh well, I've started now. Save me some washing up, I guess. It'll probably be a bit grittier, but hey ho. What a silly mistake. I don't know why I did that. And again, we're going to mix it together with the spatula first, and then we're going to go in with the hand mixer. Then I'm just going to add in a touch of milk and vanilla, and just give that a quick mix together. And that is your buttercream done, just like that. So I'm going to scrape everything off the paddle, make sure not to waste any, and by that time the cupcakes should be about ready to come out of the oven. Cupcakes are out of the oven, so I'm going to pop these on the cooling rack and then we can get on with making the chocolate. Okay, chocolate. I am going to do a few different designs for my heart molds. I'm going to do one red, one pink, one white with loads of decoration on, and then I'm going to try and do some little red hearts with a white background. So I need white, pink and red chocolate. So I have got some white chocolate here. I'm going to melt it very slowly in the microwave. You probably should do this over a bain-marie, but I'm feeling impatient today, so I'm going to do it in a microwave, which might be a bad decision, but here we go. So I'm going to check it every 10 seconds, give it a stir and just gently melt it. Okay, so I've got you a little bit closer, but the white chocolate is melted now, so I'm going to put a little bit in this bowl. Put it in this bowl. So I've got some pink food colour in here. Give that a mix together. Then I have got some red food colouring. I'm going to give that a good mix. Red's always quite tricky, so feel free to add more if you feel like your colour needs it. And leave that as it is. I'm quite happy with those colours. Okay, so now we can get decorating. So I've got a really fine paintbrush here, and I'm going to start painting on some love hearts. Then we'll move on to the pink, so I'm going to grab a spoonful and pop it in the centre. And then with a paintbrush, I'm just going to work it up the sides. And we're just going to make sure we've got all the excess off. Move on to the next colour. Again, get your paintbrush and just work it up the sides. And again, just make sure you got all the excess out. And we're going to pop that in the fridge or the freezer. Freezer for about 10 minutes, fridge for about half an hour until it has firmed up, and then we'll do a second coat. I'm not putting the white on here yet until then love hearts are firmed up, because obviously I don't want it to smudge. So whilst the chocolate is in the freezer setting, I am going to start working on the cake pops. So I've got 4 of my cupcakes here. which I'm just breaking up. You just want to give them a bit of a break up with a fork. Just like so. Then we're going to start adding in our buttercream. I'm just going to add in a dollop at a time and mix together. A little bit more, and I think we will be there. There we go, so you want it so it's sort of like mouldable consistency. Chocolate has had its first layer, which is set, so I'm going to start adding in the second layer. And because it's cold, it's going to start freezing nice and quickly. So you just want to take out any excess with your paintbrush. And then we can put a layer in this one. And pop it in the freezer for another 10 minutes. Second time out of the fridge. I think my chocolate was slightly too warm and it's melted some of the love hearts, but oh well. Just put a final layer in these. Then we can start putting some of the cake mixture in. So you just want to push it right to the edges. Are these pretty solid? Yeah. We'll just put them in. Then again, we are going to pop them in the freezer just so the cake can firm up, and then we'll top them with the rest of the chocolate. They have been in the fridge for another 10 minutes. Now it's time to top them with chocolate. You just want to work it towards the edge with your palette knife. I'm not bothered about it being too messy because you can always trim it off later. And then again, pop them in the freezer for a tiny bit longer, for about 15 to 20 minutes, just to make sure that everything is really nice and cold and firm, and then we can decorate them. Okay, so these are out of the oven, the fridge, so I'm gonna start taking them out of the molds. Oh, they did come out all right. And then we can trim any excess off the bottom. And then we can start decorating. So I've got my chocolate in some piping bags. Snip the end off. And then you can can start decorating with whatever you like. So I've got some sugar sprinkles here. I'm just going to put a few of them on. Got some rose gold sprinkles. Some little hearts. Just like so, and then you can gently peel them away as they're starting to chill. And that is your cake pops done. So now we can cut into one and see what it looks like on the inside. Full of delicious cake. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm going to try one now. Can't wait. Oh, they're so sweet, but they're really, really nice. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a go at home and let me know if you do. And I will see you next week for another Valentine's bake. Thanks for watching. Bye.